Hey, what's the story? Yours truly, Philbo here, and welcome back to Philbo Reviews. Thanks a million for stopping by. Really appreciate it. We are talking some 21 Pilots tonight. Yes, they brought the Clancy World Tour to the Tree Arena Dublin. Thank you, music gods, for bestowing this gift on us. May 9th, Tree Arena Dublin. Me, wifey, and the two babes were in attendance. We bought our tickets maybe 8, 9, maybe even 10 months ago. 21 Pilots are my son and daughter's favourite band of all time, and me and wifey adore them also. So, we saw these before. In 2019, Daryl was 3 and Florence was 5, and they were touring the Trench album, which in my opinion is their masterpiece. And what an incredible show it was. Daryl was the tiniest little person in the entirety of the Tree Arena. Never gave an ounce of trouble, singing the songs back. There's a beautiful video with me and himself singing Chlorine into each other's faces during one of the final songs. It is stunning. He is stunning. That was an incredible gig and one of the nights of our lives up till that point. So here we are again. We had tickets to see them in the RDS Arena, but that thing that shall not be talked about, COVID, happened and unfortunately put that dead in its tracks, and it was, of course, cancelled. So this is their first time back since that, and we were there, raring to go. Now, did it match up to the original gig in 2019? Was the feel there? Was the emotion there? Was the excitement there? Can they still put on as good a performance as they did in 2019? How will the new album, Clancy, play with the fans and, of course, play with us as big fans of the band? So, let's get into it, shall we? Welcome to Philbo's full review of 21 Pilots in the Tree Arena Dublin. We are going to go through the set list with a fine-tooth comb, giving our ups, downs, lefts, rights, what we thought of everything. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you like concert reviews, music reviews, album reviews, movie reviews. We have Philbo's Joke Corner. We have Philbo and the family exploring spooky castles and spooky clubs on top of hills and spooky bridges and all sorts of crazy stuff. We have the Phil and Gaz show, and we have a new segment coming up as well, which is a very exciting, that I think you'll like. It's a nice little play on words, and it kind of plays into what I'm doing here in kind of a fun way. So I think that'll be worth. So keep your ear to the ground for that. So let's get into it. 21 Pilots hit the stage at approximately 20 to 9 last Friday night, and the anticipation is raw. Everyone is raring to go, and they burst into Overcompensate, the opening track that they released from the brand new album Clancy, and it does not disappoint. And the and of course the penultimate line that kind of introduces you to the album Clancy with a big old smack in the face is "Welcome back to Trench." And when that hits, the place absolutely starts heaving. It was a sight to behold. What an absolutely awesome opener, and we knew we were into something special from that moment on. Then we went straight into a classic for all the veteran fans of the band, "Holding On To You," with the great sing back, of course. Da, 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 da. You gotta love it. We are surrounding. I mean, catchy hooks and incredible choruses is 21 Pilots' bread and butter. And of course, "Holding On To You" is from their 2013 album, Vessel. Incredible album. And that absolutely gets the crowd on there. They are raring to go. Believe it or not, when 21 Pilots first played Ireland, they played a place called the Academy 2, where the Academy is upstairs, and then the Academy 2 is like the basement equivalent of it. So the Academy holds 1,000, and the Academy 2 holds about 300 or 400. That was the first place 21 Pilots ever played in this city, right? They went from approximately a 400 capacity venue back in like 2011, maybe 2013. And the next time they came was the 3 Arena. Bang! 14,000. It was the album Blurry Face and the album Trench that completely blew them up through the stratosphere. Songs like Stressed Out, Chlorine, Jumpsuit, all that good stuff brought them up to the big stage where they belong. So, 2 songs in, we are absolutely playing with fire. Then we got back to the new album with Vignette, which is one of my son's favourites. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Again, great vocal. I mean, tons of energy on stage, as per usual. Never ever let you down. Absolutely not. It's so super fun. Tons of energy. Lights, smoke, bandanas, bass, drums. I mean, you name it, they got it. Then we move into one of my personal favourites. Also from Vessel. It's called Car Radio. And I remember when we used to listen to these back in the early days when the kids were young. And Daryl, just as a teeny little baby, used to watch the music video of him shaving his head, and he'd get his hand and he'd look at the screen and he'd go like this as he's watching it. And he'd stand in the middle of the room, dun, 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 dun. You know when the big dance beat kicks in at the end, dun, 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 and he used to jump around the room. Him and Florence used to have their own little mosh pit to the techno ending beats from Car Radio. And whoa, and now I just sit in silence. Like, even we make jokes when the radio's not working in our car. We make jokes. Oh, Jesus, Mom, I liked it better when this car had sound. Brilliant. Or if we're playing Fortnite and the sound glitches on it, and we're like, oh, I liked it better when Fortnite had sound. And just, you know, it's just part of the day-to-day live quoting this band. We absolutely love them. And he did his old disappearing act during Car Radio, which is super cool. You can see him up the top of the thing. It is absolutely awesome. You're under the impression that he's doing the song down on stage. Then all of a sudden, the lights go and he's 95 feet up in the air in the top left hand of the arena. So cool. Then track 5, we move into The Judge. Oh no, set me free. Ooh, not bad. They had the words come up on the screen and the crowd absolutely adored that song. Again, The Judge, a track off Blurry Face in 2015. Always a crowd pleaser. And you know what? You're just always glad they squeeze it in. It's just a great song to get the crowd going. 5 songs in. So next we bring it down a little bit. We have The Craven. And it's Jenna's version, his lovely wife's version of The Craven, and the song he wrote for her. A beautiful song. Mellow, relaxed, kind of getting your breath back from the first 5 tracks that are fairly full-on bangers. And yeah, very good song again. I mean, we are absolutely enjoying ourselves up to the max up to this point. Then next up we have Tear in My Heart from Blurry Face again. What an album, Blurry Face. Tear in My Heart absolutely slays. The place loses their absolute mind. Again, Tear in My Heart and Holding On To You. There's something about those 2 songs that are just seriously good tracks. I mean, I think they're in their best work, to be honest. Truly incredible songs. I didn't bother recording either of them because I just like to suck in the atmosphere of those tracks, as they are always a massive standout. Then we had Backslide, which I think is easily one of the best songs on Clancy. The video was directed by Josh Dunn, and it shows Tyler going through a repeat of the same moment, the same setup. He needs to get burger buns. He goes to get them. He goes through storms. He goes through adversaries, and it always ends up, by the time he gets back, it's ruined. So he finds himself he doesn't want to backslide to where he started from. He doesn't want to have a slip in his mental health and go back to it. So what a song, and what a video as well, when he's cycling through the wet and the storm and it's just such an incredible song, and I adore Backslide and was absolutely thrilled to check this out. Next we went on to Scaled and Icy. Yes, Scaled and Icy, and we are doing Shy Away. Manifest this feeling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling just like an I love you. What an awesome pop track. You can't get more awesome and more pop and awesome kind of 80s, 90s throwback synth to it. Great vocal, great energy, and again, check out the video on Philbo Reviews. I got some footage of that. Super fun and absolutely, and a pure pop track in its absolute essence, and an absolutely great song in my opinion. Next, we have their hit, so to speak, the song Heathens from the Suicide Squad soundtrack. Now, quick little backstory behind this. Me and wifey were on one of our wedding anniversary weekends away. Now, usually we spend our wedding anniversary with ourselves and the kids, because why not? You know, people say, oh, why don't you have the night away with yourselves? Like, but why? The kids are too cool, man. They enhance our experience, not take away from it. But this was one of the early days when maybe we were 3 or 4 years married, maybe 5 or 6. It's hard to know. But we went away for the weekend anyway. And on the TV that played the radio, or like a version of MTV or whatever, this song kept coming on every few hours. And it was like, what's this? All my friends are heathens, take it slow. And we're like, that song's not bad. Yeah. So we just left the telly on the entire time, playing music, random music, because, you know, it's a hotel. It's not on my money. And over the course of the 2 days, we heard this track maybe 6 or 7 times, heading out to the pub. Oh, there's that song again, turn that up. Or heading down to dinner. Oh, there's that track again, turn that up. So anyway, we left after that weekend, and we have to check out this band, 21 Pilots. Never heard of them. This song Heathens, never heard of it. But my God, did we get into them. We absolutely delved deep after hearing this song, and we were in. I adore the song Heathens. I think it's an incredible music video. It's got great atmosphere, and it absolutely kills live when it breaks into that wonky and the bass is turned up to 11, and it's, yeah, great track. So next we have Next Semester, which is an absolute banger, pure punk rock track from Clancy. Great music video again. Can you die from anxiousness? And I remember certain things. What I was wearing, the yellow dashes in the streets. I pray that stop. And you heard, hey kid, get out of the road. Ooh, and this sweet bass lick, incredible drums from Josh Dunn as per usual. Next semester, absolute. So as you can tell, things are going well so far. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Were you at the gig? Have you ever heard of 21 Pilots? Am I wetting your whistle in any way to check out this band? I certainly hope so. So next we had the end of their first kind of section of the concert with Routines in the Night, which again is one of my absolute favourite songs from Clancy. And it's just a great tripped out song. Walk the layout, routines in the night. It has a great melody, a great click to it, and again a great message, great music videos as per usual. But in the gig, this was leading us into the B stage, where they bring it into the middle, where there's a piano, and Tyler does a couple of piano tracks to slow things down. That's when we get into The Line. We do a new song called The Line from the animated series Arcane, where this song is beautiful. Absolutely incredible song, and it was stunning live. His piano work is always exceptional. His vocal, when it's just him and the piano, is always a beautiful thing. And you know what? Stunning. Straight into Mulberry Street, where he got the whole crowd to do their phones, and it was like where we're sitting is Mall, and then the middle is Berry, and then the third part of the sitting is Street, and then everyone on the floor is so Mulberry Street, and then the floor, and then the lights. Oh, stop. It was so cool. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand every second, every minute of this show. It really was a sight to behold. It was brilliant. And then we did our B stage, and then we got back to the main stage, and they bursted straight into Navigating, which is another track from Clancy, which is a super fast, punky, like a really hard rocking track. Great bass, great energy. Just the crowd absolutely leapt this up, and you know what? Just another one of my son's favourites as well. We are arms around each other dancing. Florence and Tasha are dancing and singing louder than I've ever seen them do before. It really made my heart proud, and happy to see them having such an incredible time. And thank you, 21 Pilots, for doing that for us. We are forever in your debt. And we're not even halfway through. Holy God, there's 27 songs they played, and we are only on track 15. So track 16 was Nico and the Niners. Nico and the Niners, man, from Trench. Again, another great song full of the 21 Pilots lore. The story of Clancy, how Clancy can come out on us at any time. You just never know. And basically keeping Clancy at bay is the mission. And then straight number 17, now one of the absolute highlights of the show, without a shadow of a doubt, was again from Blurry Face, and it's Heavy Dirty Soul. Holy Jesus. Now in 2019 they didn't play Heavy Dirty Soul, and they didn't play Guns for Hands, which was fine. You know, you can only do so much. But this time they took out Chlorine, and they took out Fairly Local in order to put in Guns for Hands and Heavy Dirty Soul. And what a track. The place absolutely lost their mind. The pyrotechnics, the smoke, the lights, the thing was like a trip. It was like a freak out, man. It was awesome. Then it went into My Blood, which again, another song from Trench, which is one of Daryl's favourites. Very light, poppy, kind of a hip-hop vibe to it. Not a lot of rock. Great bass, as always. Incredible drums. But My Blood is an absolute banger. Always enjoy it. Then it gets straight into their more or less their techno song, Doubt, which the kids agreed was absolutely fantastic. Again, don't forget about me. 21 Pilots basically does Daft Punk. Brilliant. Like the tech, like thrown into a full rave, a full techno. Just right in the midst of things. If things weren't getting diverse enough, you know, there was something for everybody with this band. And then with absolute glee, I heard the piano. I was like, oh yeah, Guns for Hands, my absolute favourite 21 Pilot songs of all time. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to sleep. But I can't, cause we all have guns for hands. Yeah, I mean, that piano riff and the drums, flipping great. And then we move into another track from Clancy, Lavish, where they roll out the red carpet and they do their little strut down the red carpet, feeling very, very lavish. Again, 2.5 minute song. You know, again, not my favourite. This one wouldn't be one of my favourites off Clancy, or one of my favourites from them in general. But 2.5 minutes, it doesn't offend. It's fine, it comes and goes. And yeah, no issues with it. Then we get into Ride, which is one of their absolute classics off Blurry Face, of course. And this blew the roof off the place. It was absolutely brilliant. I mean, the gig has had everything. We've had disappearing acts. We've had backflips off the piano. We've had balaclavas. We've had the whole bit. We've had pianos in the audience. We've had crowd surfing. We've had him walk through, you know, the whole bit. And then he gets a youngster up on the stage to sing Ride with him, which was absolutely brilliant. A youngster, a super fan in the crowd who he maybe had talked to before or noticed was queuing all day to see him. And he brought him up to sing Ride with him, and it was a trip. The crowd got completely behind the young lad, and he absolutely nailed it. So if you're out there watching this, good for you, young man. You did the band proud, and everybody in Dublin for that matter. So hats off to you, young man. Not everybody can stand in front of a crowd of 14,000 people and absolutely kick ass as you did. So well done, young man. So that everyone's high as a kite now. You know, it's you're raring to go. That everyone you've spent about an hour and 10 minutes with the people sitting beside you. I was buzzing off the girl beside me during Heathens. I was like, you never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You never know the murderer sitting next to you. And I was like, looking at her, and she's like, ha ha! You know, like, I was like, yeah, you watch yourself. I know, yeah, psycho. And her and her fellow are having the crack with me and trying to out-rap each other. Like in Heavy Dirty Soul. I know that's not the words, but he raps so fast, but these people behind me knew the whole thing. Very, very impressive. So, to finish this next section of the gig, they did Paladin Straight, which is an epic track from Clancy. It's stunning. It's done mostly on the ukulele with a solo voice, making my way. I could swim the Paladin Straight without any floaty. It's a stunning vocal and an incredible song. And just finished off that last section there on the main stage with absolute finesse and giving people a breather, getting themselves ready for the final encore, which of course is never just one or two songs, it's 4 or 5. So, thanks for sticking with the video up till this point. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope I am tickling your fancy to check out 21 Pilots. Do yourself a favour. Albums you must check out as a matter of urgency: Blurryface, Trench, and Clancy. Do you know what? A Vessel as well. Scaled and Icy, leave that to last to check out, okay? But we get into Jumpsuit in the encore, and I can't believe how much I hate pressures of the crowd. I mean, even when you watch my videos of the footage from this gig, the crowd sing louder than the band for like the entire gig, to the point where it's like all I can hear is people's voices around. You can barely hear the sound. The sing backs at this concert was beautiful. These are some hardcore fans at 21 Pilots Dublin, and let me tell you something, they're some of the nicest, most laid back, super cool, mellow people and respectful fans that I have ever come across. You know what I mean? I'm a metalhead at heart, and I'm used to big drunk, bearded, tattooed people. You know, not myself. Yeah, I'm involved in that too, but this was different. The variety of music that 21 Pilots has really brings in such a diverse amount of people. It's really beautiful, and you've people from, you name it, every corner of every life, of every this and every that, everywhere you look, and everyone is just together in unity for the love of this incredible band. And you know what? I felt the love, and my family felt the love. So thank you, every person who went to that concert, for contributing to that vibe in my family. It put love and joy in our hearts, and we are forever grateful. So we got into Jumpsuit, then Midwest Indigo. Super fun track from Clancy, which is easily one of the best songs off Clancy. I adore it. My son adores it. And we all do. Then we got into Stressed Out, of course, their biggest hit from Blurryface. Usually when you ask someone, do you know who 21 Pilots is? They're like, no, what's one of their songs? You'd usually bang out, now we're stressed out. And you're like, oh yeah, I know them. I mean, what the hell is going on? You'd line up 10 people and say, I'm going to see 21 Pilots, and 9 of them would go, who? I mean, come on, people, get your act together and listen to 21 Pilots. They're incredible. There is something for everyone. Acoustic, rock, punk, techno, dance, R&B, hip-hop, rap, spoken word. I mean, you name it, they got it. I mean, even 80s synth pop, if you want to get into that. You know what I mean? So Stressed Out, second last song, absolutely brilliant. We are absolutely floating on air. And of course, the last song, they bring the drums out into the middle of the crowd, and they do Trees from Vessel. And the entire room gets covered in hundreds and thousands of pieces of confetti as the cannons blow. And the place absolutely erupts into their dual drumming of an enormous bass drum in the middle of the Tree Arena crowd. And we are at the end of the show. Let me tell you something. Incredible crowd. Incredible vibe. They have wonderful fans. Truly, truly wonderful people. The Tree Arena have really nice staff in Dublin. I always have so much fun. I got 2 points and I was like, kids, grab the points and run. Grab the points and run. And obviously your woman's listening to me. I was like, kids, grab the points and run. And she's laughing. I'm like, God, we have to practice that more, kids. I mean, come on. Just joking with them, having the crack. That's half the fun, you know, having the crack with everyone. And there wasn't a sour note in the entire night, and the crowd was incredible. The production value of the band is stunning. The sound is fantastic. The musicianship of them, Josh Dunn's drumming is second to none. The theatrics, the sheer variety of the emotions you go through in one of their shows is absolutely incredible. And as per usual, my kids were walking on air after this concert. They're still buzzing, and we're like 3-4 days later. So in conclusion, this gig was incredible. I was privileged to get to see it, and for me, 21 Pilots is 9.5 out of 10. So 9.5 out of 10. Just taking the little smidge off for Lavish. I could have lived without that in the set list. It kind of comes and goes, and it's like, it doesn't do much for me. So 9.5 out of 10 for 21 Pilots in the Tree Arena, Dublin on May 9th. So, thank you for watching. I hope I've encouraged you to listen to this band. If you've seen the gig, drop a comment below. Am I right? Did you enjoy? Tell me what songs you enjoyed. Tell me everything. Drop a comment below. 21 Pilot fans, you're welcome here at Philbo's. Come on down. Let's talk some music. And thanks a million for watching. I appreciate it to no end. I'm about 5 or 6 subscribers off 700 subscribers, which is absolutely stunning. So if you could be so kind to hit that button and join Philbo's crew, listen to 21 Pilots. May the sun always shine. And thank you for watching. Philbo out.